guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here. You can expect this kind of behaviour from me on a regular basis because at this point I've run out of excuses as to how this came about. I'm going to be completely honest. I just want to preface this by saying I did not do this all in one go. This kind of happened over the last maybe 6 weeks, which is still a little bit silly. Like I said, I've run out of excuses now. If you've been here for a while, you know that I don't do my book hauls by half. If you're new here, this is normal. This is normal poppy behaviour. And I'm very excited to unbox all of these new books with you. These are extremely heavy. Oh my goodness me. This is chaos already. I did do this in like kind of dribs and drabs. Like I would buy like 10 books and then I bought 2 more and then I bought a few more, and yeah, anyway, we've ended up here. I have no excuses anymore. At the end of the day, as much as I enjoy reading too, I also do collect books. So even though this is an obscene amount of books to buy in one go, I also collect them. I keep them on my bookshelves as trophies. I will always display them on my bookshelves as trophies. And also, I don't know, I'm ADHD and I'm spontaneous. So, and I feel like anyone else watching this who's ADHD will actually just fully agree that you hyperfixate so bad and then you try so hard and you battle with your brain, and then your brain just eventually, the ADHD just wins and you're like, okay, check out. It genuinely is a thing. I've moved because I think this is a better angle. I can put all the rubbish there where you can't see it. I'm really excited about this one. There's a lot of, as I've said this year, I've kind of discovered a new genre. Well, not discovered, I've always loved fantasy, but definitely love fantasy way more than ever now. So there is a lot of fantasy, dark fantasy, contemporary, there's just everything in this haul. This is actually one of my favourite book hauls I've ever done. This one and the one I did back in January. Did I need them? No, but does anybody really need to be collecting books? No. I know that this is a safe space. This is a safe space for book buying problems here, so it's fine. But I'm really excited. I don't even know where to begin, so we're just gonna go one at a time. I have no idea. In fact, if I'm being 100% honest, there might be some books that I'll be like, oh my God, I did actually buy that one in the end. Okay, so let's begin, shall we? Satisfying as always. Oh my goodness me. Oh my God. Okay, this is a great one to start with because I have been very, very excited to read this. But this is a dark fantasy romance called Blood and Betrayals. Gosh, it's a hefty book, but oh my God, the writing's tiny. It's a really hefty book. I didn't realise it was going to be this long, but this is book 1 in Avalon University. I think there's going to be more books than this. It's kind of getting a little bit popular amongst us dark fantasy readers, and I've been seeing so many people give this 5 stars. It's been compared to Zodiac Academy, which to me just ticks so many boxes, and I just think it sounds absolutely amazing. I did say in my TBR video that I wasn't going to read any fantasy this month, but I could make space for this one because honestly, I've been so excited to read this for so long, and I think the cover is absolutely stunning. So yeah, there we go, that's book 1, Blood and Betrayals. If you have not heard about this, then honestly, if you just quickly go on like Book Talk, you will see so many 5-star reviews for this. It's getting really good traction, really good reviews, and it just sounds incredible. Okay, next up, this is actually from Blackwell's as opposed to Amazon. I hate it when they do that, when they break up. Like, I mean, what an anticlimax. Pretty sure I know which books these are. Yep. Oh my God. I'm so excited to read this series. I can't even tell you. So I heard that these books were going to be going out of print because they have been traditionally published, and I really love an indie paperback. I really, really do. So I'm not sure what this series is actually called. What is this series called? I'm not sure, but I picked up House of Bane and Blood by Alexis L. Menard. And the first one is House of Bane and Blood. The second one is City of Mirth and Malice. And I just thought these books were so stunning. Also, guys, the flop on these, you'll know. No broken spines here. Love that so much. But yeah, I picked up these books because they were going out of print and I really wanted to be able to get my hands on these. I actually did get these a while ago. I think these are probably one of my first purchases. It kind of was a slippery slope after going on Blackwell's and buying things like this. This is a dark fantasy romance, but it's kind of like 90s, 20s mafia meets fantasy romance. And honestly, that sounds so good. I feel like my energy levels are just going to be through the roof on this video, and I'm really sorry. I'm genuinely not this psychotic most of the time, but the endorphins you get when you open new books this is why it's an addiction, right? But no, I'm so excited to have these in my hands. I actually don't know if you can get hold of these anymore. The new versions of these are pretty nice as well, to be fair. But yeah, I've been wanting to read this for ages, and like I say, now that I'm in my dark fantasy era, when better time than now? So I love these covers so much. Okay, how do we get into this one? There is nothing to... Wow, that book is in there. Wow, I mean, that's really packaged in there, that one. How cute. Oh, so I picked up Our Stark View by Alexis Patton. Now, this is a dystopian... Is it even a romance, or is it just a dystopian novel? I'm not even sure. But after reading Silver Elite, even though I don't think that's a true dystopian, it kind of reignited my love for that genre. And I did actually ask in a YouTube video, I said, if any of you guys have got dystopian recommendations, then let me know. And this popped up quite a lot, and I've also seen a few of my mutuals read it, and I'm really excited. It's not overly long, it's got really, really good reviews. So yeah, I picked this up because I just wanted something a little bit different, and I'm still on the search for more dystopian romances. I do really want to get Juniper Unraveled by Kerry Lake, because I love Kerry Lake, and I think that's got like this dystopian and zombies. I'm not 100% sure. I will be going in very, very blind to this book, but I'm really excited. I've seen a lot of people talking about it of recent, and it's been getting really good reviews. I think there may be a few in this one. Oh, yes. What's the other one? This is kind of why this book haul, by the way, got really out of control, because a lot of books are being trad-pubbed, and I love that for the authors, I really do. But as a book collector, I really, really love to make sure that I can get my hands on indie copies. I love indie books anyway. I think the quality of them is just so much better. They're heavier, they're floppier, the pages like are thicker, like they're just so much better. They've got such nice formatting in the chapters. So as a collector, that's why I like to make sure I can get my hands on them. But little bit of a different genre for me, but Chasing the Wild and Braving the Storm by Elliot Rose. These are spicy cowboy romances, and I have heard, I think it's the series is called like Crimson Ridge or something, and I've heard really good things about them. They've got some really good tropes like ex-boyfriend's dad, age gap trope, like all that kind of stuff, single dad or things like that. So I just really, really enjoyed them. And whilst I was reading like the Windy City series, even though they're not cowboy romances, it just kind of ignited my love for more contemporary romances. So I did pick these up because they were going out of print, and I do believe they are actually out of print now. There should be the rest of this series somewhere in this haul somewhere. And I also really loved these covers. I just thought they were stunning. So cowboy romances, but I'm really excited. And again, a new author. I'm all about discovering new authors this year. Every new author that I found so far this year, I have absolutely loved. So yeah, this is literally like Christmas. I'm having the best time. And then this one did get opened because my dog tried to get into it. So Amid Clouds and Bones by Ella Fields. Now this is a standalone romantasy, and I think this is also a love triangle, but I'm not, don't quote me on that. Is that another one I'm thinking of? But I've heard such good things. The most beautiful cover I've ever seen. I love it so much. And this is very much like Faye, and I think there's a lot of like war and action scenes in it. So it just really just screamed to me. And also, if I can find a fantasy that is a standalone, then that's just a bonus for me, because a lot of fantasy series are a huge like commitment, and this one would not be. And it's also not overly long, which on the one hand I'm like, kind of worries me, because how are we fitting world building into this? But I'm just going to trust the reviews that I've seen that this is going to be a really good romantasy. I think I'm going to get the big box, 2 big boxes out of the way next. How can I get into this? Okay, there's a lot in here. There is I've really made a mess of this box, but there is a lot of books in here. So let's go through these. The first book is Under Your Scars by Ariel N. Anderson. Now, this is not a romance. I think this is a romantic tragedy, and it has I don't think it has a happy ever after, and it's meant to be really sad, but also amazing. So I think it's emotionally grueling, but also just amazing. And I have, as much as I love a happy ever after, sometimes I don't mind a book that doesn't have that. And that really makes me feel all of the emotions, and that does make me cry. So I picked up Under Your Scars because I've seen so many people talking about this recently. It's supposed to be really beautifully written and like just a really gripping story as well. The writing in it, tiny. So even though the book itself seems not that long, probably need some time to sit down and go through that. I'm thinking about filming a vlog, which is like reading books that are sad, which is so funny because why do we do those kind of vlogs? But I enjoy watching them. So I might include that in this because there's also a few Kate Stewart books and stuff that I'm going to include in. I'm really happy to have my hands on this. Now, I did the typical like 2024, 2023 Poppy-esque style where I just bought a whole entire series in one go. I tried to avoid doing that of recent. I've been really good at it until this point. I picked up the whole entire DC Stars series, which is Hockey Romance. I did this off the back of enjoying and loving the Windy City series, and I just thought I don't have any more Hockey Romance series to delve into, and it really made me upset. I asked you guys on Bookstagram, can you recommend some to me? And this one came up so much. How pretty are these covers? So the first book is Face Off. I think these are also like interconnected standalones and I just love that. Then it's the second book. Okay, I don't know if this is the second or third book, but then we've also got Slapshots. I think that's the third book. And then we've got Power Play. I love these covers so much. And then this one just recently came out, which is Hat Trick. And I'm so excited to have more Hockey Romance to dive into because I loved the Windy City series so much. A lot of people have been saying that it gives you the same feeling, you know, the found family and the interconnected standalones, hockey series. Each book follows different kind of tropes and a different couple. And yeah, I just love that. So I picked up the whole entire series. I'm pretty sure I'm like 80% sure I'm going to love this, and that worst case scenario, it would be like a 4-star series. Honestly, the Windy City series really ignited something in me with Hockey Romance, and so this is where I'm starting next. There are a few other Hockey Romance series that I want to get into, but I will show some restraint there, okay? One at a time. Okay, let's do the next big one, just get that out of the way. There's quite a few books in this one as well. Okay, breathe. So first things first, in terms of fantasy, I picked up A Touch of Gold and Madness. Now, I actually wanted to buy this book for ages, and for so long it was £20 just for this book, and I was like, I cannot bring myself to do that right now. And then I went on Amazon one day, and this is where the bulk of this haul did actually come from. I went on Amazon one day at 11 o'clock at night, and I saw this for like £12 or something, so I was like, hang on a minute, I'm just going to buy that book. And then I saw under it, you know when you shop on Amazon it says if you get 4 you can save 5%. It was like 3, if you get 3 or 4 you can save 30%. I'm literally not even joking. So I went and bought the rest of the books that I've been kind of trying to hold off on buying because I managed to get them for 30% off. I think I saved like £55, which is a lot of money when it comes to books. So this is where a lot of this all came from, and this book kind of started it off. So this again is another fantasy romance. I've heard that the magic system in this is really, really unique, and I think it's kind of like got dystopian elements to it as well. And yeah, it's meant to be really good. I have seen a couple of not so great reviews for it, but I've read a lot of books where people don't love it and I've gone and loved it, so I'm not going to take reviews as like gospel, but I'm excited for this one, definitely. Then I picked up Empire of Flame and Thorns by Marion Blackwood. This book is a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be, and I don't know why. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting the second book. I'm probably going to go and do that, but I've heard, again, really good things about this, and it's got dragons in it. It's got dragons in it. It's meant to be a really, really good enemies to lovers, and I think enemies to lovers in a fantasy romance does hit different than in a dark romance. It really does. So I picked that book up, and then I picked up the other 2 books in the City of Gods and Monsters series. So I got City of Lies and Legends, and then City of Soul and Sinners. I gave City of Gods and Monsters 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. Like, I just devoured that book. I got completely lost in it. I had not felt that way in a really long time, probably since like Zodiac Academy. I think this is a really, well, obviously I've only read 1 book, but the way that I felt and knowing what's probably to come, I'm so excited for this series. So I did go and get book 2 and 3. I kind of did hold off. I was holding off, and then I managed to get these for 30% off on Amazon. So what's a girl to do? I'm really excited to read them, and I think the 4th book comes out in July. And we're nearly in July, so that's exciting. This is such a good book haul. I'm so excited for these books. Right, let's do this one because this also seems like there will be a few books in there. Love that. Oh, that one's got some like really nice edges on it. No way do the edges on that book come up. Okay, I'll show you guys in a second. Okay, so in terms of more dark fantasy, I'm really on a roll with it right now. But I got the Court of Ravens series by Liv Zander. Now this is meant to be dark, dark fantasy romance. I did not realise that the edges came like that, which is really cool. But the first book is Feathers So Vicious, and then the second book is Shadows So Cruel. I'm so excited to read this. Now, I've heard mixed reviews, but a lot of the negative reviews have just been people saying that they just think it's like pitch black romance and it's just way too unhinged. That, to me, actually makes me want to read it more. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time, and I think I actually managed to get these in like the 30% off as well, which was just amazing. Does Amazon ever do that? I don't even know, but I don't know if I just got lucky that night because I just happened to be scrolling. I don't know if anyone's like me, but when I have a basket full of books I'm trying not to buy, I scroll through it every day and I try and get it down to a point where I feel like it's acceptable to then purchase. So I go through and like, do I need this book? Do I need this book? And I got to the point where I was like, I need every single book in my basket. So I was just checking every day and it was just becoming a bit of an obsession. I also got Wolf by Paisley Hope. I've already read this book and really loved it. It was going out of, and as a book collector, I could not let that happen. So I got this cover of it because I think it's really stunning. I also have a husky, right? And that looks like my dog. Obviously he's not vicious like that. He's very friendly and very cute. But I just thought it looks like Coda. I don't know. The way we will try and justify our actions is ridiculous. We have still got a few to go. My camera says it's overheating. Well, what do you know? More fantasy books. So I got Direbound by Sable Sorensen because everybody's saying that this is basically like Fourth Wing meets Game of Thrones meets, I don't even know what, Fourth Wing with werewolves or something like that. And yes, okay, that ticks so many boxes. There's been so many 5-star reviews for this and I'm really excited to read it. It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but I'm just so in my fantasy era. It's a joke. And it just sounded amazing. So I ran to Amazon to pick this up because again, I heard this was going out of print and I just panicked. Then I also got the Bloodwing Academy book. So this is book 2, which is The Bond That Burns. Again, this is like Zodiac Academy, vampires, werewolves, dragons, all that good stuff, set in an academic setting. Some of my favourite fantasies to read. This sounds really good. I think it's not getting like maybe as highly reviewed as some of the other books that I've bought, but I'm also sometimes about just a vibes read, you know? It's not the best thing you've ever read in the world, but did you have so much fun with it? Yes. So if that's all this turns out to be, then I'm not going to be mad about it. Oh, and there it is. There's the first book. So again, this is On Wings of Blood, which is the first book in the Bloodwing Academy. Another book that I ran to buy because it was being traditionally published and it is now unavailable on Amazon. So this is why this happened. There's just been an influx of books just going out of print and I was panicking. So, and the thing is as well, I wouldn't mind so much if when they were being traditionally published, they would just get released straight away. But sometimes they won't be available for like 6 months after the fact, even though the book already came out, but you can't get your hand, and that just bothers me. Like if I want to read something, I'm in the mood for something, I need it in my hands ASAP. So yeah, I got the first book as well. I really like these covers too. I think these are really cool. The only thing is book 3 is now not going to match these, but we will cross that bridge when we come to it. Oh, that was a good one. Here is the rest of my Crimson Ridge, the cowboy romances. So this is book 3, I think, which is Taming the Heart by Elliot Rose. And I did actually also get the novella, which is Bouquets and Buckles. I also got my hands on that, which I think is more of like a Christmassy novella or something, but I just love to have a complete series. So I think these covers are really, really cute. And I really hope the traditionally published ones are a similar vibe because these are stunning. Okay, we're in the home straight, guys. We're in the home straight. Oh, well, this one's actually been sent to me. Dear Poppy, welcome to Dark Birch Academy. I hope you enjoy it. The official release date is June 14th from Krista. Okay, so this book is out. I actually remember I've seen a lot of people reading this book. This is a fantasy romance, Dark Birch Academy, from the Ash and Wings series by Krista Graves. And that is a beautiful cover. I think it's very similar vibes to Bloodwing Academy and things like that. So thank you for sending that to me, Krista. That's really sweet. I honestly thought this was something that I bought myself. This sounds really good. This is why I love indie published books. The formatting, you just cannot beat it. Okay, what is in here? I completely forgot that I ordered this book. But I picked up Heavenly Bodies by, is it Imani Eriyu? Is that how you say her name? I'm not 100% sure. This, maybe has died down a little bit now, but at the beginning of the year, I feel like everybody was reading this. I had such FOMO. This is meant to be one of the best fantasies that has come out this year. Like, everybody's given this 5-6-star reads, favourite reads ever, so I obviously had to get my hands on it. I think it's meant to be quite unique in terms of like the story and everything. Obviously, it's hard to find a book these days where you find something in it that is unique compared to other fantasies that you're reading, and I think this is why this got so popular, because it is quite unique, and I think the writing's supposed to be really beautiful. So I forgot that I bought this book, but I got Heavenly Bodies. And then the last two books are some Waterstones pre-orders. I don't know which ones these are because I pre-order a lot of things on Waterstones, and you should see my pre-order thing on Waterstones right now. I don't even want to talk about it. Oh my god, this is one of my most anticipated reads of the year. So this is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, but it's the Waterstones edition, which comes with these beautiful edges, absolutely stunning. I'm not always the biggest fan of a hardback, but then they are actually easier to read at night. That cover is beautiful. But yeah, so that's the Waterstones edition of Night and the Moth. Again, 5-star reviews was all I'm seeing. God, there's so many fantasy books in this, it is insane. And the last one, I think I know what this is actually, is the Waterstones edition of Fearless by Lauren Roberts, which comes with like really nice, what do you call them, reversible dust jackets. And then it has like all this foiling on the cover. So I just wanted it to match the other two that I had. And then you get like a really pretty version of the map. I haven't read Fearless yet. For some reason, I'm not that bothered about reading it right now, and I'm not really sure why. Oh wow, look how beautiful that is. But yeah, so that's the last book, Fearless. Oh my god, should we quickly count how many books that was? Do you know what's funny? I'm definitely missing some books from this haul. They must be in the house somewhere, because I know for a fact there must have been about 5 or 6 more, but that was 28 books. So an almost 30 book haul. Honestly, I'm so excited. This makes me want to clear my entire TBR and just sit. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to talk to anybody. And then just read these books all summer long. I'm so excited, so excited. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like everybody loves watching a book haul. It's one of my favourite, they're one of my favourites to watch, because not only do I just love feeling like I'm not the only one who's a bit reckless with my spending when it comes to books, but also I love just getting recommendations from them and seeing what's new, what's current, what people are reading, and get books like catching my eye, and then I'm like, hang on a minute, I've not heard of that book before. So yeah, I probably need to rein it in, but I'm not going to, because I already know for a fact that there's going to be another book haul coming. There are reasons for that though, which I will get into nearer the time. So anyway, I know that was a bit ambiguous, so I apologise, that's kind of annoying. But thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Don't forget to like it, don't forget to subscribe as well so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one.